A lesson to be learned for us all, maybe, is getting info. Try and right the ship, correct the record with this next one, Marky. We're into the action and ready to roll.
Yes, we are. Just off the block, or rather off of the top of the mini, go Fang, and where you have this trusty out to blockers play. Marky to go, slithering through. Doomau and Nissim are shooting 100%. Sadzin within that conversation. Lotto and Sadzin for a second time. Legacy doesn't take much. Sadzin been so deadly at range. This time helmets are here. Oh my gosh, Carson just floods right by this smoke. Maneuvering sets up maybe a little bit more of a graceful approach.
Almost required to just walk this out, eh? I don't think they can do anything else. And
oh man,
Nissim's already made that near impossible.
Big kills that are put up in the way. Marky with the double, trying to maneuver back out, but with 15 seconds in the MP7 of all lines to be just greeted with as soon as you turn the corner. This time you see a more wide stance out of Sadzin. He's all the way in garage as of now, but a faster play out of getting info. They strike and they go twice. Shane, his first two frags being to just ajar the A side, here to give a measured conversation to look into what's likely to be a save. Looked like Nissim may give a little bit of utility back on it, but that smoke to...
Good flashbangs, get them onto the A site. The details on that utility was perfect. Molly, Lotto's position. Bada bing, bada boom. They've got a round on the board. It's a pretty clean round.
It's three players that are leaning out into that outside patrol, with Lotto going back, and as he quickly shifts onto the top of hut, this has a whole different personality to the defense right now, as he's going to be able to really put a lot down on this door. But Lotto is sounded off so quickly, he has to spin around and get another. But oh my gosh, Lotto is just going up and above the rest, having to stay alive by putting this nade back on. 1v3 for Dia now, all the way escaping at 3 health, but hold on, with the bomb in his back, is actually going to be able to get down into the lower bomb site before they are fully just infested. But Nissim will give him this false sense of security and then strike. It's Legacy that will put his 2 rounds free to rest. Facing in the smoke patiently while Marky is caught. That's the tale of this, and now you got to bring it right to the jaws. Right there, biting down on this first is Sadzin, but now you're caught onto Lotto. Do you expect Lux to be right here in the layer with him? No, you do not. Dia can try and put up his best efforts, but it is going to take miracles right here in the 1v3. Walking his back into it, and Doomau holds down Mouse 1. This is looking sensational right here for Legacy.
6 rounds as their CT side continues to roll. Different look, and it's ahead of the smoke to Dia. Swings into death from Sadzin.
Bang going to be well into the approach. May have just slipped Doomau right here. On both ends. Fang gets the shot on Lux, and just enough on that A4 for 1. So sitting at a 3v3, but only momentarily. Got that back down at ramp. It's Nissim that is audible into this corner. They know it's got to drop at some point. And now Carson, from 2 different sides, is just going to be soldered. It is a slaughter out here for Legacy. 7-2 is your score.
A lot limited. Another different look, by the way, to those smokes. This is kind of the look that getting info take when they want to be more aggressive in getting down secret.
There's Marky that gets a very good entry, but they still have to find Lotto and where these other A site defenders lie. As soon as they peer out, it is instant executions. Still can reach more onto these Lorks. Fang, he continues to go, but now the crawl is going to need to come to a full sprint.
Honestly need some rounds too. Lotto in a forward position that I don't feel like Fang's going to be anticipating. What timing for Lotto, who triples up in this round. 3 kills.
but anything could be trying to pop through. Dumao and Lotto back-to-back here on the top of Hut. Luck's just right around the corner, but he's smoked out. And right now, there's 2 players up there. So that one delivers the smoke, delivers a sense of security through the double spray. It is Lotto. He gets it done, and he gets a 4K out for it. Gets all the loot out of this Hut crawl.
But it really does feel like no one is hitting any shots. Like, we haven't seen anyone really step up. And Lotto allowed to farm. Sad's in 11-1. Marky's gonna catch the nade with his teeth. And that one hurts. Dumao had tagged him up already, used the nade to finish him off. Finally, an attempt to lurk through the smoke, and Fang gets tagged down to 37.
Lotto just gets another multi here at the back of the site. Fang off of this lurk, has been in better positions attempting these clutches. This time with 16 health. And now Fang is going to have to, deal to another bit of that so-called revenge arc that you are coining him right now. It'll take a hell of a miracle right now. 10-2 almost guaranteed. With 59 seconds to discuss. About to walk into the line of Sodzin. And now you're out. Straight into the back. Legacy posts double digits in a first half. This is Getting Info's map pick. Hopefully it's something about this CT side, and that's going to be sweeter for the Getting Info fans, but they are patient for this. And I mean, the range on those Glocks, it's not going to be so advantageous. There's Dia that finds an opening kill. Good work for him as Fang holds on, but here goes your big next step, trying to get out with that flash and, get to a place of comfort. In fact, they're just being shoved all the way back into T-Yard, but except they're walking away with 3 health between Lux and Dumao.
He's not seeing anybody leave. Nism seen. Oh, and 1. Now that information is going to be gathered, but this could be massive. He is the low HP one, and that is enough to give them the advantage. They might head towards A here. 1 man left. That's Marky.
Here, Marky to go, out with the P2K in hand, trying to get this forward. He has just seen so much pressure in his face that he's got to see and fight another day. He's got the numbers here with him, or so he thinks. He's correct about that. Except it's Legacy's numbers, and they're in the sights, and they have been planted right down. The digits clean, and now there's 40 seconds on. Gotta drown it out. It happens so quickly. It's 11. And 2 for 2 on the pistols. Shooting 100% practically here is Legacy.
Vincent, Sadzin hasn't been tested. But nothing. Slow crawl out yard here for Legacy. They get themselves that space. Fang on the other side of the approach. Isolated towards Dora's Lotto. Great work from Carson. Now Fang activates. And so, it's the man up from heaven.
Oh my gosh.
Done. He has tracked him down through the smoke, and that's a perfect round.
Kevlar and pistols out here by Legacy. They're going to go right back rambunctious outside. Yeah.
Woohoo! Dumao. Getting him dead in a hot second. Dia, no chance as Marky's split off from Fang. Is that unbreakable? You want to test these Deagles anymore? Getting Info, know what's good for them. They won't, but they will have to fight.
I'm hearing maybe that a brief timing is going to be shown here with maybe a reload on that other side. The outside fights aren't going. Backpedaling the way of the Brazilians right now. Seeing Nissim caught slipping down the vent. There's the bomb drop, so not going to be too pointed of a surprise here, but a 2v2 and something to get worried about in a moment if Carson is going to be just out of position where this does go right past.
Separated. I mean, Lotto has an AK and armor at 17-5. Carson's not currently looking that direction. There's the commitment. Carson turns, and that's good for him. Still confirm on a Lotto. Now Nissim, a lot less to work with. Really doesn't want to go down without dying here. But I think he will. Time's
Timing him up for it. Oh
he's
my
got
gosh.
the AK, and he's got the armor. I guess this is okay. He'll be saving next round anyway. Can't fight. Okay. Oh my goodness, Nissan playing a dangerous game.
Sending a bomb on the back of Sadson around where the rest of the crawl, and the refresh up, and what a find by Fang. He goes and just barely opens the smoke to rip the head off of Sadson, but now he's being targeted back where they know this info to be gone. There's that Tech 9 finding this kill up on DeMarkey, who gets overzealous through hut.
He has collected Sudson's op, and that's probably why. Carson steps through the smoking door into one. There's some preemptive shot. Probably would have gotten the freebie there. He was more patient.
Deep smoke on the door. 20 seconds left to get back in the lobby. Chasing this down. Right into this trophy room. Shane is just gonna line them up, smacking them down. It's vicious out of this rifler. Back into those diagonal smokes once again. Nothing gonna be really forcing to the back of ramp, rather to the back of red. Shane, right where he just put up this triple, has an opening kill, standing in trophy confidently.
A little bit of a weird spacing there. The flash goes in, but a little bit late to the party. That's the wide swing from Dia. Nice shot for Lux to go down. Yeah, a little questionable for Legacy on that detail. That flashbang forces Fang out in the open, but Dia's trade keeps this at a 3-on-4.
Now speeds it up. Here we go with 55 on the clock. Has a very nice angle on this Carson. And now Shane, he sees nothing more out onto the unbreakable box. And where you get everything else. Not out towards secret. And now signal. That's an op the bomb as well. Not sure if Shane can confirm on both of those dimes. But either way, it's quite a loud call. Got to see where the support is going to get back into. Straight out the door. Lotto tooting with his AK right around the corner. They're going to get caught, lined up here on the timing. Carson and Markey punish. Beautiful finish for getting info. And that's the first gun round that they pass over pretty effortlessly.
Wonderful way for getting info.
Oh, wow.
Even if they can't ultimately win this, to get into the mix.
Trying the hands of Shane again. 2 will be good for him. Right there, holds down, and I don't think it will be Shane the only one that gets out with some great pickings here, but it's Fang that, I mean, is completely washed out. 3 versus 3. And now they do have a clue to be, I mean, quite more than that.
At least it looked like they were. Yep, there are the Sin. Markey. Prepping the nade over the top. Doom out, turns, but doesn't quite get Carson. 1v2. It's not the perfect way to fight, but Lux has to pull the pistol, and it goes both ways. Dia's pistol, worse off, worse for wear. That's a big moment from the in-game leader. Maybe enough to turn the tide again back towards Legacy. They did enough. It should have been enough on the CT side. 10-2 half. Dia close. He's got backup in the form of the rifler. And the Fang
They almost line
his.
up. Not done yet. Not done fighting. But it's been a big play from Milano that we've been begging for. He's got a double right here. It's been a second since we've had that. Sodzin is trying to return fire. That's up top. There's some slips the line here towards A. And connection by Sodzin. It's all coming together. Legacy looking at fully bullish in the lane, and they have stolen getting info's map pick. Try they must, but the comeback denied. It's fully through.
Yeah, stolen away. Found a way to find 10 rounds on the CT side.
that ball to drop. One single smoke, an incendiary that is going to be thrown back by Lux. Marky immediately in these crosshairs, and his life not within vain immediately. It goes back and forth into a 3v3. This bomb to be planted by Carson, but immediately this conversation is picked up right back at Connector. They're going to have to throw their bodies out from E-Box and just out onto the peel. Right now, it is Dare and this entire approach that will go ahead and get things done. Shane, excuse me, on the double in with Fang. Legacy are refreshing their control out towards A. Didn't go further, seemed to be considered, but now Lotto and Dumao are going to have to get on some rotations. Nissim was in position to potentially get that second drop, but Dia and Marky going to be getting this bomb down here for the second time in a row on B. Lotto flicks back up. It won't be the approach maneuver out from E-Box. You're going to have to get back into a new conversation. It's a 2v2 right now, and it looks like they were repositioning to really trying to sell this out, but it's the util that picks it up.
I mean, this is really slow. At least Dumao's got a kit, but they got to go. Taking the
really
longest possible approach.
Shifting that out, it's a good nade that they do get back onto Dia, and they land the kill, spin around, have that kit in play, thankfully, because you're absolutely right. That was so risky, but with what was coming down.
Ineffectual. That CT Molly. Dumao goes down as well. Dia.
Here's one click of that pull, anticipating a flash coming through. Lotto in a position that you wouldn't really expect as this individual member standing so very far, even just standing onto that line. It's Shane that will jiggle back and forth.
Hasn't retaken this angle.
He goes so deep because Lux is here. They have to commit to it. Here comes the back end, Vincent, where this approach was fighting so far for the real estate of A main. They need a leg to stand on. They have one here. A Molotov that's going to be right on the top of his head, and that's Dia out of the conversation. Marky and Fang are going to have to put up a defense from heaven.
Yeah, it flipped on its head. The CT's almost becoming the T's now. As they approach from the same angle, the T's might. Fang steps in the first. It's Marky on the other side. Great shot from them, and Sadzin left alone. A couple of ambitious attempts through the wall, but time expiring. Fortunately, Sadzin will not be. He'll save his up for next round. Great decision making though for Sadzin, who steps back into that fight. Tough position for him as that reposition near impossible as he's getting pressured from mid, but the crunch from Lux on the other side, good enough to help Sadzin survive. Weak they have. Lux the only one with a weapon, and he's in the mix. Nicely done. He's going to get more damage done, though he takes just as much back the other way. Fang has fallen.
Gonna have to react accordingly to what getting info are about to just show, rather be shown. Get this down for Sadzin to just flick back and rip off your head. This B site has jaws, and now they have ran right by Nissim. Sadzin with the third, and right now even Nissim ready to go and just doctor you up on the table, open and just get the angle. Spraying him down. Marky has found out where he ran off to. Last player is going to be within 9 health, and not like this. Marky has the ace right on top of your shoulders. Do your best, Sadzin. It's not enough. Here for Marky trying to strike back this comeback from getting info.
Getting info. Finally having those individuals show.
I mean, kept by the entire getting info squad. It's just Marky's ace to kind of put him in front the rest of the team. Where you see these efforts right down. A very nice line that is put onto Marky. He's on to half health, and Carson not going to be able to get out without seeing into a nade. Molotov in totality a 2 versus 3 right here. And now it's going to have to be Fang to stand up right next to Dia. And who's going to be putting this bomb down, likely to have that be his last action. It is Dia that is trucked right now. And you are surrounded, Fang. Would have to beam onto Lotto and does. Down to 10 HP, is going to have to remain clean right now. Keep the shirt white all the way down where the blood has been spilled. That's going to be quite hard. Lines it up for almost back-to-back bloody murders here on the B site. It is Legacy that finally come up top on the investigation. They have a second here, balling back on the defense.
Still readied over towards B. It's been the same trio throughout this time. Great nade. That Molotov's even better. Add another nade. It's just devastating. Airstrike onto getting info.
Maybe serve up a boost here. But caught. Sad's an automatic. Reminded of that before Marky got up with an ace. And now Dia and Carson will just sit pretty for the next minute 10. I hammer off with these spams across the board. It does get busy. Here goes Dia to reach in along further. Oh my gosh, that's a great find.
Yeah, one step in the process completed. Still a long way to go for Carson. Be very honest. Probably still a loss. Flank is coming soon-ish. But it's not going to be required. Sodzen. This recovery from the CTs there, Legacy, already good. I think you're already feeling happy. What a shot from Lux! A flash from Dude, I guess, to give support to Lotto. Lotto doing it as well. Lux still forcing his way forward.
Oh my god.
As Lotto's a devastating force. Non-stop aggression for Legacy. Those fast plays towards A have conditioned them to a degree. At the back of those, and they're committing to even more heavily now. Third man now committed to this site. Sadson is here as well.
Now that Dumao nade connects, just so close. It's Shane that is going to be just getting a triple before he is removed. All in the meanwhile, this is the real scheme, the real deal. Back here, where all of these bloody affairs got off at the beginning of our half. We're going to be finishing this thing down on the Bravo base. It is Lux and Nissim that'll have to gallop to it. They are quite far away and may approach this individually. Marky and Dia, the same separated. 2 kits, so time, not a worry. But as you're about to hit halfway point, 20 seconds left on this bomb, it's going to be larger within the margins right here, expanding, clearing the close corners. This is your 7-5. The Brazilians speed up, as they are known to do. 9 seconds left on this timer. And now Marky, with the ace, who had the spade right here in the sight, is going to just put it in the back once again. 6 hits and another clutch up for Marky, proving why he is a part of the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, a 1v2 times 2 for him from getting info.
But then just called to a halt. They're in position right outside of Carpets. And we're ripping this Band-Aid off quick. It's Shane that is just going to be waltzing into things. They feel how much is on the other side right now. They're not ready to commit right within the first 30 seconds. So they dart back, even with 1 body lost. It's Carson that was down with that in Canals. This A site is still going to be targeted, even with the 2 faces seen.
2 faces, a third here. Great flashbang, Marky. Returning vision. It's not pretty, but a dink up onto the Heaven player, too. Means Dia's going to go down with ease once Jamal arrives on scene. Fang 1v5. Not a chance. What a round from Legacy. This not of the shady variety. This is legit.
Oh. Shane with a very nice trade, but he knows they're going to be hopping on his back immediately after. Focus on to Dia, who's going to be walking this forward against Dumao. And with low ammo left in this, trying to tap off. Sidearm. And Dia versus the world. 9 rounds out for Legacy. They go ahead and pass that hurdle high and get round 9. And honestly, giving info, giving a nice look back to the Brazilians here, but it's catching up to them slowly.
Yeah, slowly and then all at once right now. Carson 5-7 close by. That flash going to be left in the dirt, as will he. Dia gets up on the flank, but traded instantly. And they have the ability to just walk into B here, but reroute to A seems like the better possibility. Should be hearing this rotation, but Fang, not just 3 HP, but with the Mag 7, he's got to slide back into this close corner on a timing. He's going to get there first, but if they wide swing him, this Mag 7's not going to be great, and they do.
Similarly to how Getting Info had a clear game plan approach to the B site at the start of that. Marquis Luck going to be standing up right now. Shane even here to get back within the hunts. Sodzin goes down for it. Going to be briefly expensive, but not ultimately so meaningful. There's still a lot of cash here for Legacy, but got to thin it sometime.
You know, now it's more like 1 to 2 rounds really going to break them. Markey going to use that AK to try and farm out some duels. This fight again for Carson, again with Shane close by, and again, it's victorious for Legacy.
There's Dio with the next drop of a hat. Where's that next dime flipped? It'll be Fang hit up. Last link. Definitely not the weakest of the bunch. 49 HP will make that a harder conversation. Save these guns. Get them out. Put a little bit of hope in the back of this vault while you still can financially, but I mean, it's going to be 2 rifles with SMGs against a burning Legacy who are trying to make this semifinal.
Yeah, and you know, assuming everyone survives here for Legacy, or they take all the guns out of Getting Info's hands, this goes from bad to worse. 11 rounds. I mean, everyone loses their guns. I think Markey should be... No, he's not going to be okay. He's going to get shot in the back. Lotto's got him. Yeah. I mean, Markey's got plenty of cash, fortunately.
Carson's going to go through that. He is not just going to stand there.
Shane's right beside him. Yeah, there it is. And it's another double swing. This is a duo that's fought together again and again, but again and again, it's not been good enough. Support from Dia going to make the difference. Nissim about to be tested by Fang. Off angle here, but Fang falls. Opens up B.
Deep smoke into Temple, but street still open. For Markey and Getting Info to just slowly approach, but a Molotov that's going to be stuffing them before they even get going.
Yeah,
well, that Molotov
cross.
Yeah, avoiding the reason to just go ahead and bear the pain, bearing the pain of lining up. But Shane does go ahead and have something back for you, but little HP. Back for Nissim. Gonna have to just sublet the surprise and a headshot. And there, one more op shot to force that right through your heart.
Every fight going their way, and I mean, Getting Info just want to fight here. They always want to fight, and it's never been good. This whole CT side, it's never been an effective trade. Might be to change that now. Markey fights on the other side with the mid push in tow. That's the trade they've been hoping for. Now the escape has to be made. Yeah, I said the escape has to be made, Markey.
Say fight to the death.
But why? You don't have to.
Because you're probably having to face it anyway. You get that down with that MP9 forcing back. Was hoping Markey would, you know, get into one more there. Overpowered. Can Lux have the game closing play again? Well, not right here. Zoom out, picking up the scope, and through Shane, who hits a blinder, has that first of the 6.
All right, rant over.
We'll see how long we're left with a thought similar. Dia, quick scope, out with Nissim. Gonna have to hit another one, but even larger. So the call right now, it'll be Carson with a bit of a tone back. It may just ring to Fang and Marky. 3 versus 2 right here, separated in such stead. It'll have to be the Canadian to throw his hat back in the ring.
You'll have to try. Got the Mexican on the other side. Can he do it? A team. Molotov going to force Lotto out, but Lotto still wins his duel. And now both these Legacy members, they know they don't need to initially fight. Just need to wait on Marky to make the first contact. Tap onto the bomb. He's off of it and swung wide. Marky falls. Legacy are making it to a semifinal. Back-to-back map victories. 13-8 into 13-7.
2-0. They go ahead and complete very nicely. Shift it up. Get a little bit remixed in that series. Can't be cookie cutter all the way like our veto ended up in our first series today. On to that Anubis Exner. There is no worry out for that Legacy side.